I lived in my car with my dog for over 400 days just to save money for land. Groceries, I spent $20 a week from coupon clipping. Showers, Planet Fitness. Bathrooms, porta potty, and public restrooms.
I live in my car, and you're absolutely right. We should not have to live in cars, but we do.
The rent prices in America being sky high, especially in New York City, I decided that I was just going to ditch rent and be in my car.
While homeowners are selling their homes and going back to rent, renters are also ditching the rentals and living in their cars and their van. There's so many people that is living in their van because they can afford to rent, or they're tired of paying so much money in rent that they choose to live in their van. So I'm just going to show you a few videos.
I lived in my car with my dog for over 400 days just to save money for land. Groceries, I spent $20 a week from coupon clipping. Showers, Planet Fitness. Bathrooms, porta potty, and public restrooms. I even got free water from public wells. I built out my car so my dog and I had a place to sleep, cooked every single meal outside instead of eating out, and when my car broke down, I handled the simple fixes myself. To stack cash, I worked Uber Eats, cleaned homes, pet sat, and picked up any side jobs I could. On top of that, I made money through social media and brand deals. Most people thought I was crazy, but I knew it was the only way I'd get ahead. Living this way took me out of debt and helped me save $30,000. I was eventually gifted a van, which pulled me out of survival mode, but I still live in my vehicle today, still hustling and still stacking. But now I'm driving 36 hours to see a piece of unrestricted land that is finally in my price range. So come along with me. Either I buy this land or me and my dog keep grinding until we save $1 million.
Saying I'm homeless, and I'm not. Let me show you guys something. My bed. My cabinet. My closet. And my fridge. This isn't rock bottom. This is the rebuild.
I live in my car, and you're absolutely right. We should not have to live in cars, but we do. It's because when I was 17 years old, $400 was my rent for 4 years straight. It was 2 bedrooms and a living room the size of a 3-car garage with a half bath and a very large kitchen. I had laundry hookup, and it was incredible. And electric was so cheap back then too. But fast forward to 2025, and those same apartments are literally $3,000 right now. It's pretty pathetic how incredibly sad the world is right now for us to have to live in cars just so we can not be drowning under 3 jobs. Because I had multiple jobs. I always have multiple jobs. And for the first time in my life, I have a job and a side hustle, not multiple jobs. So, I mean, we shouldn't have to live in cars. But there's freedom that comes with it.
Rent prices in America being sky high, especially in New York City, I decided that I was just going to ditch rent and be in my car. And by doing this, it's kept me thousands of dollars in my pocket every month, and everything I'm doing is the same. When it comes to hygiene, I'm going to the gym, I'm staying clean, I got a haircut. I don't even look necessarily homeless. I could go into a store, they're gonna still treat me the same, and nobody even bats an eye or even thinks about, this guy might be homeless.
Why I share car living content is because I think within capitalism, there's a lot of fear mongering around the idea of losing your home, ending up homeless. I watched a young woman on here today that has 3 jobs, came home to an eviction notice on her door. She said in the post that she feels like she doesn't even want to live anymore. Like, what is the point? If my entire life is working 3 jobs just to afford a roof over my head, that is not living. Like, what am I doing here? And I know a lot of people feel this. It's like, what is the point of this? If we're not living, we're just working to have a place to sleep at night, and she can't even do that. Share this to let people know that this is an option. This shouldn't be an option, but because we exist under the system that we do, and with the way things are going, I think more people are going to choose alternative living situations. This is something that can be done with a lot of dignity and fun and adventure, and it doesn't have to be something that is feared.
This is why I choose to live in my car versus get an apartment. First of all, The price of apartments in McKinney, Texas is outrageous, man. I guess I could move to Dallas, but nigga, I worked my way out of the hood. I'm not trying to go back. I'm not trying to be working a job just to pay for an apartment that I'm never at because I'm at my job working to pay for an apartment that I'm never at, bro. And as you guys may already know, I'm moving to Mexico in a month. So why go get another apartment when I just had issues with the last apartment I was at when I could just live in my car? I'm comfortable in my car. I don't got no unnecessary bills I gotta pay in my car. There's gas, really, and food, honestly. And to be honest with you, I don't value like the luxurious, comfortable life. I really am a person that values freedom and being able to do what I want to do. To be
My whole way of life right now is literally under attack. I live in a van and they're criminalizing living in a vehicle. Cities are passing camping bans and doing sweeps to kick out van lifers. If you're a van lifer, houseless person, or someone who's about to face living without a home, here's why your freedom is disappearing fast.
I fully understand why people would want to live in renovated vans or buses. Like, you could rent a property, but then you're going to be paying rent and you're not going to own the home at all. So you're just literally giving your money away and you're not going to have any asset to show for all of the thousands of dollars you're going to spend on just rent, right? But then you could have a mortgage, right? But mortgage is pretty much the same thing as rent. At least you own it in the end, though. But then even when you fully own your house, like it's fully paid off, there's no mortgage left to pay, you still have to pay property tax. So you're pretty much always going to be paying for a house or some sort of form of living. Like, you're not going to get away with not paying that. You know what I mean? So when people live in their vans that are renovated to be a tiny home or a bus that's renovated to be basically a house on wheels, I fully understand that. Because you can basically take your house wherever you want to go, travel the world, or at least the country. You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess you could put your car on a boat and have it go to another country. I don't know. But I just feel like it makes sense. Like, you don't have to pay property tax on a car. You pay off the vehicle and then you just have everything in the vehicle that you need. And that's why I feel like they're going to start like cracking down on where you can actually park your car if you live in your car. Because I feel like they're going to try to criminalize that because people are going to start to realize that, hey, the only way to not literally contribute into the system but have a place to stay is pretty much by having a renovated van or a bus where you basically live in there and you travel around and your house is on wheels. So I fully understand that. I really do, because it's like you're either going to pay rent and have nothing to show for all the thousands of dollars you spend, or you're going to pay a mortgage and technically own the house, but you're still going to have to pay property tax forever. Like, that never goes away. You can't pay that off. So it's like, I don't really like that idea. I kind of get the other idea when people have their house on wheels and drive it around. I get that.
An apartment, you still need to make 3 or 4 times more to qualify for the apartment. Your credit score has to be in somewhat good or decent condition for you to even qualify. Then you have to put a first and last month rent. You have to put security deposit. It's just so much that you have to do to rent these days that is ridiculous. The requirement alone disqualify people before they even apply for it, because when they look at their situations, their credit score, the amount that is in your account, they don't even want to go, because they don't have it. You know what I mean? They don't have it. So it's better to even live in your van because have you seen the economy right now? Inflation is off the roof. Like groceries, I just did a video about groceries. Groceries are high. They're saying that the highest it have been in 3 years, and gas prices are high. So you guys might want to park that van for a while. But I don't blame anyone that wants to live in van. I just kind of feel like it's the way to go, because you don't have to pay a ridiculous amount of money. And you can save money, especially if you have a remote job, or even if you have a job that you go to. You can save so much money by just living in your van. It's just the hardest part about living in a van to me is where you're going to be parking your car. You know what I mean? Where you're going to be parking your van, but I think people that live in vans also have it figured out. They have places to go to shower, the gym. They pay for a gym membership. They go to the gym, they work out, and then they shower over there and brush their teeth, do their hygiene. stuff in the gym. And but anyways, let me know what you think about this story down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.